I can't even explain. It's crazy because Hammer and Hank Lundy, yes, Hammer and Hank Lundy is on my Facebook right now, snapping. So he didn't make weight. The weight was 135 pounds. He weighed in 4 pounds over that at 139. His opponent, Petrov, who's supposed to be fighting on ESPN Friday Night Fights, January 16th, 2015, weighed in at 133.5. So what I'm getting from it now is breaking news is that he only had 10 days to get ready. And for him to cut, I believe, about 20 pounds or 25 pounds. I don't know. I don't know the exact weight. But apparently he had to cut a lot of weight, and he took the fight on fairly short notice. So I'm not making any excuses for him. That's up for him. I'm just reporting the goddamn news. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live, news, results, interviews, basically everything pertaining to boxing. It was a fight I was very looking forward to because I remember just a few days ago in my video that I did on the fight week predictions, I was talking about how Hank Lundy had so much momentum even though he was defeated by Tomas Delorme on December the 6th, 2014. Now, that was a fight that was clearly decided by the knockdown, but what did he show us? He showed us somewhat that he's not the fighter that he used to be, who used to fade late. He showed us that he's the fighter that can get up and then turn on late. Something that he hasn't done in previous defeats in his career. So when you look at the Ray Beltran fight, when you look at the Victor Postol and the John Molina, fights where he was very much in control or had a chance to win, and he just didn't finish the deal. Whereas when it came to Tomas Delorme, a guy who's a very good boxer, he showed us that. For one, he can fight on the inside, he can still fight on the outside, and he can be exciting, being on a high platform like HBO. So this is a bad situation for him because it looks bad because now fans are just rotting on it to myself. Basically, he's totally disrespected his opponents and all kind of stuff like that. But I remember when I heard about the fight, and let me just clarify, when I heard about the fight, I think to myself, wait a minute, I just heard about the fight like 2 weeks ago. When did he accept this fight? So therefore, I guess it is my duty to try to reach out to him and try to get him on the phone. You know what? I mean, since there's so much traffic for Mayweather and Pacquiao and, Wilder versus Tavern, I'm going to try to get him on tomorrow. I'm going to send him a Facebook message, call him up, and just, talk to him a little bit and basically just, hey, look, this is your platform. Say whatever you want, just so. I'm T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy on Twitter. T Street Controversy on Instagram, T Street Controversy on Facebook, your #1 fastest growing boxing reporter on YouTube, period, bar none. Who will he fight next? Honestly, I do not know. Oh, if you don't know who Petrov is, I've been getting a lot of people asking me, who is this guy? He's a friend of mine on Facebook, but very good fighter. You may know him, even though you may not have seen the fight because it wasn't televised in the States. He fought Marcos Maidana, was stopped by Marcos Maidana in the 4th round. He's a fighter who can, put it this way, he's not a pressure fighter because he doesn't chase you around the ring. He's more of a phone booth fighter, but he's a phone booth fighter that throws power punches. But if it makes sense, he doesn't really, the power's not there. If that makes sense, he's a power puncher, phone booth fighter, but he's not a pressure fighter. But he's a very you can say awkward, stylish, if that makes sense. But I'm not talking about in stance, and I don't want to confuse myself. Basically, it was a very credible fight for both, and whoever won that fight would most likely went on to a title eliminator. And right now it's just a shame because Hank Lundy's going to have to take a whole bunch of shit from people because with all this traffic going on, fans were looking forward to that ESPN fight, especially once I did the video and people started seeing, the different links and everything forward and, the advertisements, as far as on social media. And, people were like, oh, I got something to stay in the house for. Well, Brian Vera's going to be headlining that card. It wasn't even actually that fight that was headlining. Brian Vera's going to be headlining. Once again, Hank Lundy weighed at 139, 4 pounds over the 135-pound limit. It is not known yet how many days he had to train or get prepared for the fight, which is something that we have to take into account. And I already know people are going to say, oh, you just sucking Hank Lundy dick because you from Philly. See, that's how real I keep it. I already know what people be saying. I already know what people going to put it. That's why I say, listen, I'm just, don't shoot the messenger. I'm going to send him a message, on Facebook, and I'm going to see if he want to come on. Simple as that. And then after that, whatever he says, whatever he says. I don't have nothing to do with that. I just put the video out there. I'm T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live.